All right. Well, 1 second here. Just want to make sure we are in fact doing the streaming. Before I start. Oh, I should probably change the stream title because Chapter 7 does not await us any longer. I'll just make it simple. Fire Emblem 6, Iron Man, hard mode. Simple, straight to the point. I'm not trying to clickbait anybody. I don't even know how to clickbait Fire Emblem, to be honest. Okay, so we're streaming. What is this showing me right now? Okay, well, welcome everybody to the series where we Iron Man every single Fire Emblem game. Today we are continuing our journey through Fire Emblem 6. As you can see, the layout on the stream is a little bit different. I'm not sure that I'm completely happy with what it looks like right now, but I was trying to make a way, an easier way to see the deaths and the chat. And this, at least for the moment, seems okay, although I probably have to play with the position. I'll probably watch the video and see what it looks like. But yeah, and people can let me know, of course, on what they think. I have the deaths at the bottom, which I think is a pretty good idea, although I don't want to make the game too small. But whatever, we'll make do. So we're starting chapter 8. We just finished chapter 7, of course. So Ostia's military primarily consists of soldiers in heavy armor. With them, Castle Ostia has always been famously secure. For countless years, the castle has been said to be impregnable. However, the rumors are about to be proven wrong by Roy, who, ironically, only does so for the castle's own protection. Whoa. Dude, Roy's a beast. Okay, so this chapter is way easier than chapter 7. It's very straightforward. You basically just, in fact, it's actually kind of tedious because you basically just go around this way and then it's basically just a big circle. And then, of course, the boss is Legance, who maybe we'll be hammering. We'll see how that works. So, okay, so who we bring in? Lance Allen. So Lance got to level 12. He's looking pretty good. Give me 1 second here. Whatever. And then yeah, wait, we just got the, I think you get the Knight's Crest. You get a Knight's Crest and a Hero's Crest, and I guess our first Hero's Crest is gonna go to Wade, which is certainly a thing that I never thought that I would say, but here we are. I guess I'll bring Ellen. Zealot's pretty useful at this point. Probably better than Marcus. We don't really need either, if I'm being honest. I'm not using Lou. I know we were kind of talking about Trek. I think I'll probably forego Trek. I do want to not use some of the really heavy meme units just because I tend to find in these playthroughs if you use too many meme units, you kind of end up being very thin. And we're already training. I guess the only meme unit that I'm really using right now is Wade other than Dorothy. So maybe it's not that bad to train someone like Trek. But I also kind of want to do Lilina. You also don't have to bring Chad here because we are going to be getting a stall, but it's not like we're really pressed on like which units to bring. There are a lot of, again, this chapter is pretty darn straightforward. So yeah, I think we'll just run it, I guess. Oh, Zealot, what's Zealot's inventory like? Okay. Yeah, it's probably fine. So, Wade, of course, in the front, and then Lance and Allen, Deke. Yeah, I think we're good. Fight. The enemy has broken into the castle? How could Tobias have failed against them? I'm gonna, give me 1 second here. Does this change? Yeah, it does. Damn. Okay, that's fine. Maybe I'll change it in between streams. I don't know. Were those alien mercenaries that skilled? Or was the Lycian army larger than we expected? Whatever the case, they have broken into the impregnable Castle Ostia. Ourselves now, 7 does that to people? It makes people crazy. Oh, I think hold on. Did it change the, like, scale of the video now? Because before... Oh, I made it full screen. Oh my god, what am I doing? Hold on. Okay, go full screen and then... Shoot, now I messed this up. Because it's gonna be cut off, I think. How do I get it to how I just had it? I don't know. Okay, hold on. Let me try... Let's just do this. Okay. Okay, so that's the full thing. And then we just... I guess I could just do this, and... Well, I don't really want to have the deaths on screen like that. I mean, this looks fine. So we just, like, lower this a little bit, and then... Wait, this is how I just had it. I haven't changed it at all. Oh, maybe I do this. Hold on. Welcome to fixing my stream. Yeah, I guess that's fine. I mean, you can see the game. Let's just say that's fine for now. We must defeat them here, or we'll be a laughing stock and burn. You over there. Yes, sir. Have the troops take defensive positions throughout the castle, particularly around the throne room. We must not allow the Lycian army any further into the castle. Of course, sir. One other matter. You want to have Lilina quietly assassinated during the battle. Oh, okay. What, sir? I thought we were to keep her alive. I felt she might make a valuable hostage, but many of our rebel soldiers will swear loyalty to her. Give me 1 second here. If we openly use her as a hostage, those soldiers may turn. If that's the case, sire, why would they not turn if we assassinated her? That's why I said to do it quietly, isn't it? Kill her discreetly and say that she was hit by a stray arrow. It's funny because where Lilina's gonna start, it would be weird for a stray arrow. I guess you can shoot over the walls, but we can hold the enemy responsible. Now go. Yes, sir. Okay, so what if hold on. Let's do this again. So that cuts it off. So what if I do this? Okay, I think that's how I wanted it in the first place. Well, that looks the same. We're just gonna say this is okay for now. I also changed the background so the chat might look a little bit better. I don't know. General Roy of Foray, I presume. Who are you, an enemy? No, I'm on your side. My name is Astor. I used to work here in the service of the I was saying Marquess, and then someone said it was Marquess? I don't know. Something. What kind of work here were you doing here exactly? You certainly aren't dressed like a servant. A bit noisy, don't you think, old man? I'm a spy, see? I gather information, steal things, check on people, things like that. That explains it. I'm not much of a spy if you can tell I work for a noble at first glance, am I? I've been running around Lycia gathering intelligence for about a month now. When I heard about Arafan, I got back as quickly as my legs would allow. And what do I find but these muttonheads, Legance and Tobias, inciting rebellion? I couldn't save Lord Hector, but I won't let them take Lady Lilina. Then you'll join us? Do you know where Lilina is? Hello, what's up, Tonga? Welcome, welcome. Of course, finding that stuff out is my job. Lady Lilina is locked in a small room in the heart of the castle, and Legance is sitting on the throne like he owns the place. We have to hurry then. We must defeat the rebels and save Lilina before Narshan arrives from Bern. We lurking? Alright, sounds good. Sounds good. Is my webcam out of focus? It looks slightly out of focus. It's more focused than it usually is. Alright, we'll try that. Okay. So yeah, this chapter is pretty straightforward. Lilina, you can basically just put her here and you don't have to worry about her getting killed, which is really nice. It's funny actually because they actually set up giving you physic on the previous chapter so that you can sort of protect Lilina, but you really don't need it. Because you can just position her in such a way where she can't be killed anyways. Oh, I actually don't kill this guy. This may not have been the best approach. I probably should have put Zealot up. Killing one of these like soldiers on turn 1 is actually pretty useful. We're probably fine. What's the worst that could happen? Can you get to me? Okay. I wouldn't mind actually that guy coming over here. There is actually one really scary unit on this chapter. I believe it's this guy. Yeah, who has a horse slayer. So if you're using cavalry, which, you know, most people will, and we certainly are, you do have to be a bit careful with that individual. But that's pretty much the only thing to be super scared of on this chapter. Everything else is pretty straightforward. Although, to be honest, with all these steel weapons, somebody could die on turn 1. Again, normally I position a bit better, and, hold on, 6, that's 18. Oh shit, Ellen gets 1 shot. Can I pick you up? Okay. Yeah, I positioned this kind of poorly, but hopefully it won't matter. Use Trilina. I want to. I'm a big fan of Lilina. I think I probably will, actually. What's all that noise? Is there a battle going on? I wish I could see outside this chamber. Lina knows enough at least to back up. Oh, okay. Well, if they're going to attack Wade, then I'm not worried about it. He's a beast. Yeah, I think I'm going to use Lilina. I'm a big fan of Lilina. We didn't use Lou, so we kind of have a hole at, like, Sage. And I actually think magic is pretty darn useful in this game because... well, it has good hit for starters, which is invaluable, and then it gives you a really effective way to attack wyverns in the late game, which I think is really nice. Oh, let me put the chat down a little bit. Okay, that's better. Ow. Okay, so... let's hit this guy. Love to get Wade to kill here. Maybe we can have Dorothy fight the archer through the wall. So this chapter, I will say this chapter is slightly time sensitive. I mean, not really, but you do want to get to the middle point at a certain time because there is I guess there's like a chance that Lilina could die, but that's basically never gonna happen. The more important thing, we get speed again. You know what's really funny? Wade has I believe it's 45% skill growth and a 20% speed growth. I have not given him a speed wing, and he has 2 more speed than he has skill. That's really weird. I mean, I love it, but it's really weird. Sure. Speed demon, absolutely. If we get a speed wing, we could bring that up to 10. So in Fire Emblem 7 in general has really shitty promotion gains, which kind of sucks. But one of the characters or one of the unit types that gets kind of messed up by promotion gains is actually fighter, because you don't get any speed on promotion, which really hurts characters like Bartrey and Dorcas. In this game, however, there is speed on promotion. I think it's only like 1, but even just a little bit's going to be really beneficial for him. But yeah, love seeing the speed. I would really like some skill as well. That would be extremely beneficial, but I would rather get something as far as like speed and skill goes than absolutely nothing. So our first Hero's Crest, again, this is going to sound really weird to say, but I think our first Hero's Crest will probably go to Wade, which is really weird, but our first nice crest is obviously going to go to Lance, so I kind of want to lean on both those characters because I'd love to give them some more experience. Wade in particular, I think I almost definitely won't promote until he's level 20 because I think he really needs that. We need every chance we have of him getting speed and skill. Characters like Rucker are a little bit more reasonable to early promote just because their level ups aren't that important. We could also use Fur. I do always love using Fur. Fur isn't that memey, but this run isn't necessarily supposed to be like extremely memey, so I feel like Fur could be a fun unit to use. We could honestly just wind up dropping Rucker in the end. Because if you don't use the first Hero's Crest on Rucker, it's not like he's a bad unit, but he's not nearly as important as if you do use that first Hero's Crest. We're just out here getting hit by 16%. I see how it is. Oh, this guy can reach me. Okay. I don't think there's any way Lance would have died this turn, but I didn't realize that Mage could actually walk all the way over there. I think I'll have Ellen and Dorothy do their thing back here, slowly but surely picking away at this Archer. Our Dorothy's been garbage. Actually, I'm kind of curious about this. What are Dorothy's growths? Is there any chance that she's ever not going to be just absolute dog shit? Actually, not even just growths. What are her, what do you call it? Her average stats. Let's take a look. Dorothy. Actually, I'm curious about Wade too. We can see where Wade's at the moment. Okay, Dorothy. If we get Dorothy level 20 and then promote her to a sniper, she will have on average 35 health, about 16.5 strength, skill, and speed, with about 8.5 defense and 8.5 or 7.5 res. Her defense growth is 15%. So her strength growth is 50%. Her speed growth is 45, and her well, actually, her growths are kind of nuts. Wait, why does our Dorothy suck so much ass? All right, well, maybe we can actually make her pretty good. Now, Wade, actually, I'm curious where our Wade is. Okay, level 14 Wade is supposed to have 37 health, so we're up 2 on that, really good. 14 strength, so we're up 2 on that. 8.5 skill, so we're down a little bit on that. 7.5 speed, so we're actually pretty reasonable on that. We're plus 1 luck, about a half a luck. Our defense is about where it should be. Okay. He's a little bit blessed, but about where he should be, it seems. Which makes a lot of sense. I just wish Dorothy would like get a good level up. I guess I've only given her like 2 level ups at the moment, but she got like, I think like skill in one of them and then defense in another one, and that's it. So if we could get like a different stat that like does other things, that would be... I think that would be pretty cool. This isn't the Horseslayer guy, right? The Horseslayer guy's back here. Yeah. This is actually a really good opportunity to train Wade. There are a ton of Lance users on this chapter. And specifically Knights, which Wade can go crazy with. I feel like Knights are actually a pretty interesting unit from game to game, because there are some of the older games where, like Thracia, for example, where Knights are just so incredibly annoying to deal with. Like, you basically need to use some kind of magic or have an extremely strong unit. And Knights are pretty strong in this game too, but as long as you just have like a fighter, like as long as someone just has a axe, you can pretty much obliterate any of them that you see. Ooh, I thought he had one more movement. Well, hopefully this hits. Ow. Okay, that's fine. So what level is Wade at the moment? 14? Okay. Okay, we can heal with Ellen here. Love you, Dorothy. I think after Dorothy and Wade, I think I've used every character. Some people like lemonade, others like limeade, athletes like Gatorade and Powerade, but real winners prefer Wade. True. Wade is the GOAT. Wade is my GOAT. I actually thought training Wade would be like an absolute slog, but I think part of it is that we're not doing like a full low tier, so the surrounding parts of Wade is still really strong, but it hasn't been that tedious. I definitely would have assumed it would have been more tedious. How's the W doing? He's doing pretty good. He got another speed, so he's up to 8 now. But yeah, he's doing just fine. He's a little bit HP blessed, as I just figured out. And Wade actually can do something that our calves can't do, which is fight the Horseslayer guy. All right, come on, Dorothy. You can do it, buddy. Dude, I'm telling you. You know what's really funny about Dorothy? She has 45% growth in strength, speed, and skill. Her defense growth, of which she's gotten 2, is only 15%. I'm being trolled by Dorothy, and I'm not happy about it. I mean, on the plus side, she's helping her hit a little bit. Although, that's probably the one thing that bows don't really need in this game is extra hit. Can somebody help Dorothy? Can somebody come pick up Dorothy? Dorothy needs to come home from the sleepover early. She shit the bed. Alright, Wade's doing great. Unfortunately, Wade has become too powerful and he doesn't get that much experience for killing these guys. Do I trust Wade fighting these guys? Yeah, probably. I have 26 avoid and then weapon triangle. That's probably enough. Actually, nobody having 2 range here is actually pretty sweet. Oh wait, that's probably where I wanted to be positioned, right? Well, no, I just want Wade to be there. Yeah, I want Wade to be like here. So if I like pick up Wade and then go here, I guess technically that guy can attack Lance, but if he decides to do that, then I mean, I just don't know why he would do that. So whatever. It's not like we have to maximize Wade anyways. I mean, he's not even getting that much experience, to be honest. We're in the stream and immediately see Shanna is dead. Yeah, unfortunately. What's up, Acorn to Tree? Welcome, welcome. Yes, unfortunately, Shanna, I wanted to see what Shanna could do against an archer, which is not a good idea in general, but I wasn't actually going to do it. I mostly just wanted to show, how bad the combat would be. The problem was Shanna did not have a javelin, so instead of looking at the combat window, I rescued somebody, and then Shanna died to the archer. So the point is I'm dumb, and unfortunately Shanna is deceased, yeah. Also Lot, but I feel like people care a bit less about Lot than a character like Shanna. I was actually really excited to trade her too. May she rip, indeed, indeed. May she rip, indeed. We still have Tate at least. The nice thing is you don't need Shanna, unless I'm mistaken. I'm pretty sure you don't need Shanna for Tate, so we can still go that route if we want to do a Pegasus Knight. Unfortunately, the triangle attack is off the table, which is what I was really looking forward to. But oh well. You know what would be a really cool triangle attack? And obviously this isn't a thing. And actually, funny enough, this would be ruined as well because Lot is dead. But what if you could triangle attack 3 like warriors? That would be super dope. Because there is Wade, Lot, and then of course Bartrey. So you do have the units to do it. I would do a lot of that. Yeah, you could do the armor triangle attack, which is super dope. The armor triangle attack is amazing. We had a run not too long ago where we did that a lot, and it was amazing. But it'd be super cool if we could do the. I'm just thinking of like unit types where there's 3 of them in the game, where you could potentially do a triangle attack. There, so yeah, exactly. We had a run. I think actually the last Iron Man I did of this game was like, it was a low tier run, so I was just using like the characters I kind of consider to be not so good. But it was basically dedicated to the triangle attack, and it was super fun. But like you said, they're not the easiest or the smoothest to train. They're all pretty bad individually, and very slow. But all right, Dorothy. Big Brother Zealot's here to help you out because you're terrible. And then I think Lena is still not in danger, so we should be good from that perspective. Right, Triangle's too OP. We can never do it again. That's true. I have never seen a 0% hit in a Fire Emblem game until that moment. So I guess that's a lie. I have seen a 0% hit, but until the legendary Barth. Speaking of Barth, Sir Barth, it's a dead end. This wall has cracks in it. We can break it down if we hit it with our weapons. I wonder where Lady Lilina is. I have a pretty good idea of where she might be. I've known this castle for a long time. I do wonder what's causing all the noise, though. The Lycian army, perhaps? My brother must be with them. We can't be sure he's still alive. You had best keep your hopes low. Yes, you're right. Sir Barth, must you be so aloof? Yeah, Barth, calm down. Boar is Wendy's only brother. We must always stand firmly in reality. But it's alright, Oger. Oh, it's Oger in this translation patch. Oh, I'm used to calling him OJ. But okay, so he's Oger. I don't plan on using him, so that doesn't... I probably won't misname him, but Sir Barth is right. As a knight of Ostia, you must always remain calm. It matters not how grave the situation. Understood, Wendy? Yes, sir. Dude, Barth's kind of a badass. It's a shame he stinks. OJ, I will say, OJ is one of my favorite meme characters. I do enjoy him quite a bit, but I don't think this is the run for him. I think I'll probably forego the OJ memes for the time being. I'd love to heal him as well, but he's probably fine. It's just the one archer. Should be okay. I want to leave myself open to some memeage later on. So far, our meme units are, I guess, just Wade and Dorothy, but we're about to get Lilina. I'll call Lilina like a half meme unit. I don't think she's fully meme. She is fairly meme, though. She is at least half a meme unit. And then, I guess that's kind of it. I mean, there's always Fur, although Fur is kind of half a meme unit too. Oh, I have to remember, where is it that you have to stand Barth? I think it's there, or we can do it with Wendy. It doesn't really matter. I'm so used to training Wendy that I usually don't use her to do this, but. There's is pronounced as I. Oh, so it's like IJ? Or no, OJ. Wait, OJ. Oh, I see what you're saying. So it is OJ. That's just how it's pronounced. Okay. Okay. I mean, honestly, all I ever do is call him OJ. So if that's how it's pronounced, then that's great for me, because that is the way that I know it. But yeah, I'm definitely not an expert on the pronunciation when it comes to like names and stuff, especially with different translation patches out there. It can get a little bit confusing as to what you should be calling units. But that would make a lot of sense if what you're saying is correct. If like why they would say OJ in one of the patches if it's just pronounced OJ. Do you not double? Barth, you kind of actually, I just clobber this guy. Should probably turn on the animation, but so for FE4, yeah. I just kind of usually like whatever translation patch I happen to have used, like when I played the games. Some of the games I played so much that I have a little bit more information, but I usually just go with whatever that says and call it a day. We should be able to kill this guy unless some really weird RNG happens. But I think we should be okay. But yeah, Fire Emblem 4 definitely has some odd names that get translated in very different ways. Okay, we're still ferrying Dorothy around. She'll have her moment in the sun. I think we're gonna be able to do a little bit with her at the very end of the chapter. Well, I can think of like 2 different situations where we might be able to get her some experience. Oh, Ellen, I should probably keep moving Ellen. Okay, so Wendy is gonna stand right here. This is the way to like basically glitch the AI. Love the Christmas calves in this game. Yeah, I like them a lot too. They might be my favorite Christmas calves, to be honest. Yeah, I don't know. They might actually be my favorite. I guess I'd have to think more about all the what always dies. That was my for a long time. I used to have that problem quite a bit, and that's the thing. Like I always used to think, like I never had to decide which one to promote. Obviously, I think promoting both is the way to go, and eventually I do that. But I never really had to decide which one to promote because one was always dead. It's always Lance. That's funny. For me, it was always Alan. That's actually one of the reasons that I tend to train Lance more, even these days, because Alan was always dead for me. But honestly, it can go either way. Okay, can you fight the mage? His 8 speed? She actually has a decent amount of con. She gets weighed down by the steel bow, but only a little bit. Like I said before, this is time sensitive, but only very slightly. I think I will do this with Zealot just because the mage has so much range, but we should be on time. Kath hasn't even shown up yet, so we should be still moving ahead of schedule. As long as you're moving like almost your max movement every turn, you don't have to worry too much about anything crazy happening. Hey, I like magic. We'll promote the one dies. Yeah, exactly. Helper guy. Wait, in 6X? Wait, is there a guidance chapter for 6? I always get messed up by the Horslayer guy on this chapter. Now I've died so many times to the Horslayer guy in this chapter that I'm like extremely cognizant of him. Wait, in this game? Isn't the first paralog in this game the one for this chapter, the 8X? Or am I missing something? But I think there is a halberd guy. I think you're just thinking of 8X. I think there is a halberd guy in that chapter. But either way, yeah, you definitely have to be careful with that stuff. I think you're right. Yeah. Because there's the first guidance chapter is or paralog is this chapter, but I think there is a halberd guy. I always get messed up, like I said, by the Horslayer guy in this chapter. Yeah, these knights are bulky. Thankfully, we have Wade here to help us out. So I guess go over here and then yeah, Wade, can you help me out here? What about the hammer? I just love using the hammer. The hammer is so crap that if you use some uses here and there, whatever. Okay, no speed this time, but we'll take the skill. As long as he's getting one or the other, I feel pretty good about his progression. And tends to pen up better. I think that Alan, in the end, is the better Cavalier, and I know a lot of people prefer Alan, and I am pretty much of the mind that Alan is the like correct choice, but for me, the reason that I love Lance so much is because he has way more consistent speed, and getting the Cavs to a certain speed by like chapter 7, for example, is really valuable. And he's also got slightly better avoid, and my chapter 7 strat, even with the supports, tends to rely a little bit on some dodge tanking. So I really like Lance, but I think in the end, Alan becomes the much better Cavalier all the way around. But I usually wind up promoting both of them ideally. Yeah, I decided to forego Lou this time. I will say I love Lou. He's one of my favorite units. He's probably my favorite like early mage in maybe all of Fire Emblem, outside of maybe Asbel. But yeah, this time I decided to forgo him. We will be using the Lina though. Oh baby, just as I thought, they're at it again. How stupid can these nobles get? I'll never understand what fun it is fighting all the time. Oh well, I'll take the opportunity to swipe what I can. Welcome, Kath. Welcome, my walking lockpick. That's his cooler hair and cooler color. I agree with that, actually. That might actually be one of the reasons that I train him as well. I do kind of prefer the way he looks. Support Lena and Roy. Other than Lance Allen support, I don't really do any supports intentionally. Now, I will say that basically every time I use Lilina, she winds up getting to A support with Roy. Because I think they basically start C, because you can like immediately do a support conversation. Or it just goes really fast. So I usually don't intentionally do it, but they usually do get to, they usually get a lot of support with each other. I will say, not that I think we're going to go Sakai on this route, but the terrifying Sakai boss in Gel can be trivialized pretty easily with A support between Lilina and Roy, and then just obliterating him with Lilina. It's actually pretty dope. But yeah, like I said, usually the support just winds up building over time. Can you kill? Perfect. At least Dorothy has pretty good hit. And she got 1 point of luck, which may not seem important, but basically every single unit had 1 crit against her, and now I think pretty much no units do, so just missing 86%. It kind of feels like Wade's getting as much experience for not killing an enemy as he is for killing an enemy, so I actually don't hate him missing there. Sure, I can almost assuredly kill this guy's turn, even if you miss. Like, I'm actually kind of curious about comparing. Yeah, I like looking at numbers. Let's take a look at Lance and Alan. I'm kind of curious about this. Let's look at their average stats. Okay, so on promotion, Alan will average 40 HP. Wow, that is a lot of HP. 40 HP, 17.5 strength, only 13.5 skill, which kind of sucks. Skill's actually kind of a big deal in this game. 16.5 speed, and then almost 13 defense with 5 res. Alan on the other hand, or sorry, Lance on the other hand, averages so 2 less HP, 3 less strength, but 3 more skill, 3 more speed as well. About the same defense and about the same res. Yeah. I don't know. Again, I really like the consistency. The speed and skill that Lance gets, I really prefer. Now, once you get him to level 20, then Alan is definitely, like, his caps are way better. And even though I don't think that's that valuable, oh, Acorn to Tree, thanks for the follow. I appreciate it. Hope you're enjoying the stream. But even though it's not that valuable, I usually say that you shouldn't look at that. In this game, there is actually a little bit of value to it because units get a lot of experience. Really waiting, Shane. I can do a support. We can't do that anymore. Ah, feels bad. Somebody on my YouTube mentioned Alan and Wade doing a support, and apparently they have like affinity for, I think I mentioned this last time, but apparently they have an affinity for each other, so it's a really good support to do. I don't really know how supports work, to be honest. I just know sometimes they do something. But we were kind of doing the Deke thing, which I kind of like, just because I'm gonna be using Deke, and I feel like Deke will probably be really close to. This is a lot. I will say this is a lot of Heroes Crest users. I want to use Wade, Deke. If we're doing Fur as well, I don't know if we could really do Rucker if we do all this stuff. I mean, it's not that big a deal. Rucker's kind of boring, but isn't it so much more valuable if you aren't actively going for supports, to be honest? Yeah, I agree. Definitely if you're not going for supports, yeah, then it's invaluable, especially at the beginning of the game. Again, I really like Lance, mostly just because my Chapter 7 strat really is really benefited from a little bit of extra hit and a little bit of extra avoid. Those two things are really valuable for making that chapter consistent, which is definitely the most difficult early chapter. Okay, so the next thing we want to do in this chapter is trap. Can I get you? No, I'll probably have to wait until next turn. We're going to be trapping the Kath and this thief into this room so that we can nullify them and talk to Kath, which we have to do. And we also get to steal multiple lockpicks. This is, again, although, actually, does this thief have a lockpick? He does, yeah. I mentioned this before, but lockpicks are not something you ever have to worry about in this game. not only do they have 30 uses, but you can also steal 3 of Kath's and multiple other thieves throughout. Charismatic and enjoyable. So Fire Emblem. Oh, cool. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, I also really enjoy Fire Emblem. It's probably pretty obvious, but yeah, I appreciate that. I talk a lot. My streams are mostly, obviously I interact with the chat and I love hearing what people have to say, but I talk a lot about Fire Emblem when I play. Okay, so this guy's air caliber, which won't be a problem. It's just slightly sketchy to do just because if Dorothy gets like a crit, it could be bad, but I do need her to get experience, so go nuts, Dorothy. Can you get attack from there? No. Okay. I also talk a lot. I could, yeah, I just, especially when I play this game, because there's so much going on. As you can tell, yeah. No, I love it. And as you can tell, I'll always interact with the chat. But yeah, we want to get... So the nice thing is this guy opens the door for Lilina, which is part of the reason that you never really have to worry about Lilina. Like, even if you're doing this really slowly, you never really have to worry about Lilina dying because that thief will just open the door and the thief won't attack her. So you don't really have to worry about that. Yeah, see, this is like the kind of sketchy part because Dorothy could crit here. And if she does, she... Actually, that crit wouldn't have killed, funny enough, but... the Wendy strat, or Gwendolyn strat, you'll see when the reinforcements spawn over here, they'll get trapped because of where she is. You'll see when they spawn. It's kind of funny. You can do it with any character, but I like doing it with Wendy. Because, I don't know, it's Wendy. Although, like I was saying before, I recently, on so many of my playthroughs, I keep training Wendy, so I do it with somebody else, but you can do it with whoever. Okay, so, actually, I'm trying to remember exactly how to do this. So what you want to do is you want to make it so that they can go in the room, but you don't want them to actually get the chest because they might open stuff that you can't steal. So you want to make a path for them because now they'll have to like go around here, which is ideal for us. And then we should have inventory space. Yeah, it should be good. Yeah, like I said, the last couple of the last playthrough, this is a while back, but the last playthrough of Fire Emblem 6 that I did was who doesn't? Yeah, she's amazing. Why did she keep getting... Dude, I'm telling you, Dorothy has a 15% defense growth. She's gotten 3 already. This is so bizarre. Which normally I would be ecstatic about, but like it's it's not that good on an archer. It just doesn't do that much. I could never. It was a pain. Wendy is one of my. I love Wendy. She's a meme here. You know, that run was a ton of fun. But training. So basically, the last playthrough that I did was what I call like a low tier run, where you only use characters that I would consider to be like mid or below on a tier list. And basically, what that turned into was training all 3 of the knights and then triangle attacking everything we could. Which worked. We actually did succeed in the run, which was cool. And we got the true ending, which was nice. But yeah, Wendy is definitely not someone I would train on every playthrough. She is a lot. Did she use Sophia? In that run, I think she died. I do have a playthrough a while back where Sophia was apocalypsing Manicheets on like the final couple of chapters. Sophia is another one that's extremely frustrating to use, but in that playthrough, she either died or I didn't use her. It's you. You again. Fancy meeting you here. You're a thief. You shouldn't steal, it's not right. Nah, it's fine. Nah, it's fine. I only take from the rich. No one's gonna starve or anything. That doesn't make it any better. Oh, really? Then let me offer you this. You nobles take food and money from people living in what you call your land. How is tax collection any different than tribute to a bandit? We protect the people in return. You do not. You kill them in wars like this. We didn't start this war. Burn invaded, so we have to defend the people. You can't just do anything you want and say you're defending us. How does burning down villages help us anyway? Burning down villages? We never. Wait a minute. My village was burned to the ground by your Marquez. He said that I think I'm mispronouncing that again, but He said that he had to do it to prepare for Burn's attack. But that's... We always had barely enough to get by, and then we lost everything. Our homes, our crops. And here you come, saying it's wrong to steal? Ah, look who's talking. The nobility steals from the poor, so you can live in luxury at our expense. Dude, Kath is based! Oh my god! I don't know what to say. Don't get gloomy. You really don't like talking about how pitiful we are anyways. But you started it. Oh, to heck with this. It's no fun stealing after a conversation like that. I'm out of here. Ta-ta. So, Kath, I think at this point will leave. Although, to be fair, she can't do anything because we took her lockpick away from her. You can pretty much let her do whatever you want at this point. 2 months since I learned. Keep generals can double her? Yeah. Let's jack Sophia. It was something. It was bad. All I remember about Sophia, I remember that even in the end, at the like end game, she was still dog shit. But once she got to use Apocalypse, swell Sophia, yeah. Once she got Apocalypse, she could actually do pretty good work against the like Manikees at the end. But yeah, she was terrible. Excuse me, when she explains her family trauma and how her village died. I know. It's a little weird, a little funky. Dude, she's spitting facts out there though. Leaving Roy with nothing to say. So I could steal bow, but I get doubled. Never mind, we can't do that. I'm pretty sure this is the right place for Wendy. It would be really funny if I put Wendy in the wrong spot there. She's about to get massacred, but I think we're okay. Yeah, we'll kill next turn. Hopefully we don't crit. Okay, very nice. This is actually where things become a little bit sketchy. Okay, so this, as you can see, is why this works, because the archer moves last, and so if you position anyone here, they'll just get stuck here. So you don't want to kill this archer, because then all hell's gonna break loose. But as long as you just keep somebody here, these reinforcements can't get through. Obviously, if you want the experience of killing the reinforcements, this is not a very good strategy, but... Alright, if this misses, I can pick up with Lance, so it's not the end of the world. Okay, very nice. Very nice. This is Lowen. Binding Blade Hype. What's up, Heartful Pete's? It's been a while. Welcome, welcome. Also, you, Roy. Roy's about to give Lilina her first tome, which is at least pretty useful. Or wait, I think Lilina has to talk to him. Yeah. Lilina, Roy, is that really you? Yes, it's me. You came, thank you so much. I'm so glad you're unhurt. Here, take this spell tome. Use it to defend yourself for the time being. Thanks. Alright, fair enough. I think I discovered this by accident. Because I think I left somebody here. Part of the problem too is if you do this with like Barth, for example, even though he can fight these guys okay, eventually Armor Slayer enemies will start spawning, and that's where things become really bad. So again, if you want the experience, obviously don't do this. Kitchen schedule. So no problem, no problem. I get it. Yeah, I know. I wish that I could stream at a time that worked for everybody. That would be amazing. But no, absolutely no problem. Elliewood hurts me more than Roy. Elliewood is pretty bad. Roy's pretty bad too. Roy just has such a late promotion. If you want to kill your lord, give them a late promotion, because wow. It just obliterates them. I did heal her, didn't I? Yeah, should be good. I don't think I get doubled here. Pretty good experience for Dorothy. He's gonna be bad, but like Elliewood has this illusion of being good, but he always fails me. That's true. And when I do Hector hard mode, Elliewood also has this illusion of like you can promote him relatively early if you use the first Heaven Seal. And I still think he's better than Lynn, so there is like a reason to do that. So yeah, there is definitely more of an illusion there, but then yeah, he's always disappointing. So Lilina can take a hit from this archer. The problem is if an archer spawns if the next archer that spawns here has 1 more strength, she'll die. And I really don't know what the role is on strength for these archers, so I'm a little bit worried about putting Lilina there. Maybe who do we want to put there then? So Kat's running away. Again, she can do whatever she wants at this point. I guess unless she starts attacking Wendy, but that won't happen. But she won't be stealing anything, so whatever. This guy's a kill lance, doesn't he? Yeah, this guy's pretty scary. So 20 strength. -6 with weapon triangle, so a 13 crit would not be enough to kill me. However, this archer could follow up and kill me if he crits. Whoever can. My love for Hector is forfeit. I do love Hector. Hector is amazing. I'm a big fan of Hector. Hector might be one of my favorite lords, to be honest. He's a lot of fun to use. So, like, if he does, how much luck does Wade have? 11? You know what? This might not be the best idea. Actually, wait, can the mercenary get to me? No. Oh, he can. Ooh. Okay, let's not do that then. Actually, on second thought, this is not a good idea. How much defense do you have? 11. So a 9 crit is 27 plus 6 is plus 6 plus, oh god, plus 6 is 33. Plus 3 is like exactly enough to kill me. Okay, hypothetically, how much luck do you have? Not very much. Oh wait, we need Zealot to survive because he's important for the true ending. He also has 69 experience, which is the best number. Actually, I can kind of make this, if I just do this, and then, yeah, this could work. This should work out okay. We can set up for next turn. We'll play Fire Emblem 7 for well and Hector hard mode. For Hector Sarah support, that is certainly a support they have. Yeah, I like Hector hard mode a lot. When we do, so right now, for anyone that doesn't know, which you guys probably don't know, we are doing a series where I'm planning to do an Iron Man of all the Fire Emblem games sequentially. I've done a bunch of Iron Mans in the past here on the channel. Usually we stick to the GBA games, but we've done some of the other games. But we are currently on Fire Emblem 6, so next we'll do Fire Emblem 7 and then Fire Emblem 8 and so on and so forth. So we will be doing Fire Emblem 7 next once we finish this one. So I'm excited to play that game again. I'm a fan of Fire Emblem 7 is a little funky just because of like deployment slot limitations and stuff, but I am a fan of the game. But yeah, hopefully eventually I'll have Iron Manned every Fire Emblem game. At the moment, because we've done the first 6, and on the channel in the past, I've done an Iron Man of all 3 GBA games, and then Radiant Dawn, Path of Radiance, and Shadow Dragon. So everything beyond that point, though, I've played all the games, but I've never done an Iron Man of. So which game until you win and then move on? That's a question I keep asking myself. So at the moment, obviously, we're on Fire Emblem 6, which means we've done the first 5. And I keep wondering what happens if I fail. Thankfully, we have not failed an Iron Man yet. So I haven't had to ask myself that question. I think for the games that I've already completed, it's 5 for 5. Yes, we are 5 for 5. I think for the games that I've completed Iron Mans of in the past, like this game and everything up until Shadow Dragon, unless it's like really early on, I'll probably just not reset and move on to the next game. But for the games that I've never completed an Iron Man of, like once we get past Shadow Dragon, if we ever get past Shadow Dragon, that's a long way off. Those I'll probably reset and I want to do a full completion. But that is a good question. I have not quite figured out the answer in my head to that yet. Okay, so yeah, those are really good level up. Okay, so Alan is like making a pretty good case for him being the promote at the moment, but I still think we're gonna go Wade. All right, I still think we're gonna go Lance. I really want to kill this guy. I suppose if I set up, how do I want to do this? I would have to set him up here, so let's kill him. Yeah, I suppose we can just do it in one turn. That's probably the best approach. That's a good level up. That's a good level up, though, to be honest. They're both making their cases for why they should be promoted. Okay, so I'm going to run this back. Zella can pick up Dorothy if this goes poorly. Yeah, Lance looks good. Yeah, he does. He really does. He's been a... I feel like Lance is one of the most, like, consistent units in all of Fire Emblem. He's always... I don't know. He's always pretty good for me. But yeah, he's looking quite good. And if anybody wants to see any of those Iron Mans of any of the other games, I upload everything I stream onto my YouTube channel. So if you'd like to see anything, or see, this is why, because this guy has 2 more strength than the previous archer, so that guy can one-shot Lilina. So that's why we didn't put Lilina there, because that would have been really bad. See, Alan's more consistent. See, that's interesting to me, because I've actually had the opposite. I feel like Alan is way less consistent for me, and almost all of my Lances end up being really good. Lance reminds me a lot more of, what's his face? Franz, where he's just like so hyper consistent. But this is a really good Lance. Like 11 strength and 9 defense. We have to be ahead of the curve, right? All right, we have a good unit, which means I need to go check the average stats and talk about how good they are. Okay, level 14. We have 3 more health than we're supposed to have. We have 1 more strength. We have 2 more speed. We have about the same defense. Okay, everything else is about the same where it should be. We have 3 additional HP though, is really good. It's promotable, yeah. I definitely would not. I don't think it's a bad idea to early promote Lance. He is looking quite good. In this game in particular, I'm a big fan of being really patient with promotes. So I'll probably wait until 20, but yeah, I would definitely not fault anybody for promoting him right now. Fire Emblem 7, I'm a big fan of early promoting, but just get doubles a lot. Enemies unlike Lance. That's true. That's actually a really good point. I've never thought about that, but that is a really good point, because I tend to do that. I tend to promote Lance early, and then later on, I'll sort of work my way around to Alan. And you are completely right. By the time you're promoting Alan, if you do it in that way, he's really struggling with his combat. Now, I'm not really sure that Lance would be that different in that situation, but I do agree with that for sure. Because Lance always, I mean, it's just tough, right? Because there's no real other good user of the Knight's Crest, but Lance, or by the time I'm promoting Alan, he has really fallen off a cliff. Like it's tough to get much use out of him. That's actually one of the areas where the support that we build early becomes really useful, because he can still what do you call it? Oh my god, I just lost my train of thought. Because he can still provide support even though he can't do much combat in like the mid game when he's unpromoted. Fair lesson here. Somebody who doesn't like looking up tier lists in advance or looking up community administrator early on, you'll determine to early promote or not. Is that not easy to determine on blind playthroughs? Well, I can give you my opinion. I think the like technical correct thing is it's very game dependent, and it depends on your like situation. But as far as blind playthroughs are concerned, it is really tough, right? Because you don't know like what's about to happen. There are certain like points in games where I kind of need a unit promoted. In Fire Emblem 7, for example, you really want promoted strong units by Dragon's Gate, because that chapter is very time sensitive. And in Fire Emblem 7 in general, it's really advantageous, I think, to early promote because of deployment slot limitations and units not being that strong. Whereas in this game, I think it's better to wait. But yeah, in general, I think just playing it by ear. That's as fast, only scary as hell luck. Which is scary. Yeah, that's true. That's true. He does have slightly lower luck, which is a bit tedious, but the speed is nice. I'll agree with that. Do I do it first? Send struggle. I am definitely somebody who will preach early promote and then not do it a lot more often. I think what's like correct, I think genuinely what's correct is to almost always early promote. Like once your unit gets to a point, and obviously like this is, again, you have to like kind of know the game to know like when you should be doing this kind of stuff, but once a unit gets to the point where their stats are looking like at least solid, I think it's a good idea to promote. But that, again, that's really general. Not looking at line to promote a unit, I feel like start to fall behind. That's a really good way to do it. Yeah, I like that a lot. I think that's a really good again, like a lot of this tends to be very I don't know what the word is, but like it's tough to know, right? I think that's really good advice, but it's really difficult to know like what does falling behind exactly mean in different situations. You know what I mean? Like you have to play it by ear at the end of the day. Me, I reach a promote ability, opportunity awakening, and playing blind, just afraid I'll promote at a very bad junction. Yeah, and early or more modern games, I hope this isn't a spoiler or anything. I'm really not familiar with Awakening that much, but more modern Fire Emblem games I feel like are a little bit tougher for that too, because the end games tend to scale a lot more than these kind of games. Like again, one of the reasons I would say early promoted Fire Emblem 7 is because the stats even in the late game are pretty low. Not like the end game, but the later game. Whereas in a game like Awakening, I'm not really sure, so it's tough. You see enemies have a lot of promoted enemy, or if you see that enemies have a lot, yeah. I think that's a good way to do it too. And that's a good example of them falling behind, right? Like one of the great ways to tell if your unit's falling behind is if your Cavalier keeps fighting Paladins and they suddenly aren't dealing good damage anymore. Second ceiling, that's true. I forgot about second ceiling. That's a whole other level of later Fire Emblem games. Early promoting isn't that great. Yeah, that would be my assumption. Again, I'm not an expert on those games, but that would be where I would definitely promote later in those games. One of the nice things about Awakening too is that because you have the whole like world, the whole continent to work with at all times. Hey, good level up. And second ceiling is a thing, and there's a lot of really good units in that game. You can kind of be pretty, I don't know, judicious maybe is the right word, with like you can always kind of reset your characters if things kind of go poorly. That's one of the nice things about those kinds of Fire Emblem games. It depends on the way you're playing them, of course, but unlike in something like Fire Emblem 6, where if you mess up a unit, like you can't really go back and fix them, you have a little bit of that ability in those games. Ready to set a set of early Fire Emblems until 8 and 7. Yeah, I think that's a good point. It like if you want to really know like whether or not you should be early promoting, you're gonna need to at least know a little bit of information. But that's, I think, to Wheelie's point, like I do think it's really difficult to sort of know when you should be promoting. More bench line. Honestly, I think whatever you're deciding is the right approach. Like I said, I preach early promotion. Like I'll preach early promotion. If somebody asks me, I'll tell them to early promote, right? Because I do think that's the right way to go in almost all Fire Emblem games. Again, barring some of the newer ones because I'm not as familiar. But myself, never early promote. Absolutely not. Get people to 20. It's way more fun. They wind up being way stronger. It's really fun to watch numbers go up. So I think it comes down to you personally as well. Like, what kind of a unit do you want, you know? Okay, so we just missed a 90%. I don't know if anybody saw that, but it's not exactly what I was hoping for there. I guess it doesn't matter too much who this guy attacks. He's pretty weak. I should probably trap this guy in the corner. She just killed the dexterity. Did they in the most recent game? Oh yeah, it's Dex, isn't it? You're right. I failed Hector, hard mode Iron Man. Early promotion seemed necessary, but also seemed to help much. Battle Before Dawn. Yeah, and that's more just a product of the game, right? Fire Emblem 7. Battle Before Dawn is just bullshit. Battle Before Dawn, I think I've said this before. Battle Before Dawn is, I think, one of the only Fire Emblem chapters that I would almost argue if you're doing an Iron Man, it's okay if you like fail in that chapter. As long as you're like doing things, as long as you're not like intentionally slacking, you know? Because that chapter is horrendous. As much speed as possible for double for Wade. Yeah, in Wade's case, I will definitely not be early promoting because yes, we need to make sure we get. I think actually that's a good point as well. Is how much value are you actually getting out of the level ups? You know what I mean? Like, and this again comes with knowing growths and knowing games. Rucker in this game, for example, not only is really useful in the mid game, so you want to promote it by that point, but also like, are you really gonna get that many important stats by leveling up? Like in Rucker's case, maybe you get an extra point of defense, maybe you get a little bit of extra HP, but for the most part, like, you're not fleshing out his kit. I mean, his big like growths are in speed and skill, in which case he'll like cap extremely quickly. So whereas in the case of a character like Wade, like if you want to make Wade work, you probably need to give him that extra time and care. Give him some loving. Oh, it definitely is. Battle Before Dawn, like you can do things as a player, obviously, to make it better. Like you can handle the chapter more quickly, but you can only ever do it so fast. You can absolutely on Battle Before Dawn, if Jafar loses his goddamn mind, which happens every once in a while, you can absolutely move your max movement every single turn on Battle Before Dawn and still lose the game to Jafar just being stupid. Now, I will say, most of the time, Jafar is not stupid enough to give you a game over, and there is the potential that you could have done it a little bit better. Although there's also the conversation in Battle Before Dawn. Okay, I die if I miss, so let's not do that. There is also the conversation in Battle Before Dawn of kind of limiting your characters in Fire Emblem 7. Like, because both Warp and the Boots are on that chapter, or Warp is, maybe Warp, or no, Warp doesn't exist in that game, I think. Either way, because you don't have the tools to sort of supplement really good movement characters, it basically means you're required to train good movement characters, otherwise that chapter will become even more bullshit. Which is a bit frustrating. It really hurts characters like Oswin and kind of Hector, although Hector can't promote, so he's kind of fallen off by that point. But Nino can kill herself too, but at least Nino dying doesn't give you a game over. Is this guy gonna heal again? Alright, well, I guess we're gonna have to work through his vulneraries. It's kind of fine. I mean, we're getting experience all the while. I kind of wish that I'd left not Ellen next to Dorothy, because we're actually kind of like power leveling. Oh, no, it was Saul. Apparently I don't know what characters are which. Power leveling Saul is actually kind of nice. Esque. I've never heard it in those terms exactly, but that's very true. Yeah, Nino dying, obviously, I agree. It's not super important. Yeah, at least it's not a game over. If anything, honestly, not going to that Gaiden chapter, kind of nice, because that Gaiden chapter blows. I am not a fan of that chapter. What level's Wade? 15. Okay, we're getting there. We are getting there. So I want to check something really quick. Wade has a terrible speed growth, we all know this, but let's say that I get Wade to a level 20 warrior. How much speed does he have? Oh no. Okay, so if we get Wade all the way, we promote him at 20, he has average speed, we get him all the way to a level 20 warrior, my man is sitting there with a cool 14 speed. That is terrible. Oh man, all right. I was thinking maybe if we like power leveled the hell out of him, even after we promoted him, we could like actually make him pretty fast. But apparently that is not the case. 7 speed. At least he doubles that. I think he actually has 8 right now. So yeah, that's not good. In fact, that is quite bad. Just do the same thing. Yeah, honestly, if you have 14 speed in the end game of this game, like, it's basically like you have 7. Ow. It's okay. We'll make it work. I was just thinking it would be a bit higher than that. Now, I don't know exactly how many speed wings there are over the course of the game. So perhaps we can bump that up a little bit. You can buy speed wings on one of the last chapters, but by that point, whatever Wade's doing doesn't really matter that much, to be honest. Okay, more strength. That's what we needed, more strength. Alright, well, we'll see what Wade can do against the boss. That guy's just gonna heal, that's fine. Then we have to get those chests. She's already level 9. I feel like I've been kind of power leveling Clarion. What level is Lance? Lance is 14. Deke is also 14, by the way. Refuses to get speed for some reason, but he is level 14. Which is kind of nice. Always hated this chapter. It's such a slog. Yeah, you and me both. This chapter and the next chapter. I'm really not a big fan of these chapters. This one in particular is, yeah, I would describe it as a slog. I would agree. I always kind of, Fire Emblem 6 always gets me to this, like, to this point in chapter 7. I know people hate chapter 7 and it is bullshit, but I kind of love chapter 7. Like, at the very least, because it's so difficult, it really gets you, like, it gets you juiced, like, you know, you're actually thinking about, it's like a puzzle. You're really thinking about your moves and stuff. So it like, it really kind of gets you going. And then the end of chapter 7, let's sure if this one gets slow. 7, test your limits. Exactly. Yeah. And the thing is, even chapter 7, after you get past a certain point, okay, I was like, did I heal her? I don't remember. After you get past a certain point, that chapter becomes kind of boring. And then, yeah, this one is such a slog. And the Gaiden chapter for this, all the Gaiden chapters in this game are dog shit. I hate all the Gaiden chapters. The Sakai one in particular. All right, what's my hit here? 14%. I don't know why, but I actually thought that would be a little bit better. That's not great. Okay, we can make it work, though. I'm gonna need somebody to chip this guy. Can you guys support? Lena, are you alright? Do you need anything? No, I'm fine. Are you hurt? No, all is well. Very well then, if there's anything I can do for you. Roy, it's alright. What? Thanks for worrying about me, but I'm fine. Well, if you say so. If you ever need anything, tell me. I will. Alright, well. Thank you, Roy. What can we do with the Armor Slayer? Maybe we can do something with that. Perhaps with Deke. It's good, so ass, but like Fire Emblem 7 or Fire Emblem 6 is a fun game. Yeah, I agree. Fire Emblem 6 is definitely, yeah, definitely one of my favorite games in the series. But the Gaiden chapters are. I think the highs of Fire Emblem 6 are really fantastic. I really like how deep the cast is. That's one of my favorite parts. But the lows are pretty low. 51%, is that just the best I'm gonna get? I don't really know what else I could do, to be honest, against this guy. 32% chance of dealing 0 damage. Now that is the Lena stat line that I know and love. Dogs of the Lycian army, come. I shall cut you down where you stand. Okay, it's a good first hit. Okay, this does kill. Yeah, I'm down. God, that would have been so sick though. That would have gone hard if that had hit. Okay, good misses. Don't have to worry about healing him. I should get another healer in here. I should get Ellen up here. Did Deke get hit? No, he didn't. Some dodgy boys we got out here. Trying to Sorbachev less hit. That is true. That is actually true. Well, we have weapon triangle with our axes, and yet we have, I think, Wade has less hit. Oh, he's actually attacking Deke. Okay, Deke, let Wade do his thing. We have a handful of opportunities to do this. We're gonna do it. This is kind of ridiculous because I've already done this once with a lot, but I want to see Wade do it. This is like the rite of passage, you know? On that one playthrough where we trained Lot, he needed to hit a low percent to kill this guy. So this is a rite of passage for the fighters if you want to get trained. You gotta kill Legance. Even if your hit is absolute dog shit. Seven percent true hit. Yeah, it's not great. Never tell me the odds. But it will hit eventually. If we keep doing this until the end of time, eventually it will hit. And that's, for Wade, that's good enough. It's good enough for me. Yeah. What was the hit? No, it wasn't. Was it Tobias? We had a low percent hit. Oh no, it was against Eric. I can't remember what the hit was. We had a really low hit to kill him. I can't remember what it was. Okay, our first guiding ring, which honestly might just go to Clarion at this rate. What level are you? 9. I think Clarion is also 9. Yeah. That'd be the highest level Clarion I've ever had at this point, to be honest. Come on, Wade. Yeah. I believe. Does this even heal enough? Ellen's healing is so bad. That should be enough. To survive, yeah. Okay, I'm gonna have to chip with somebody else if Wade can't kill him relatively quickly here. Have enough promoters for Clarion? Yeah, I kind of rarely wind up promoting the healers, to be honest. I usually end up with Saul promoted at some point, but it's never really high on my list of things to do, to be honest. Like, it is nice. But yeah, the first one always goes to Lou, and then I guess I don't really train too many people other than that, but Lycian Whip. But this Clarion, like I said, is quite a bit. Oh, is he gonna go to... No! Even if we hit, he'd go to 1. Don't hit, don't hit. I would feel so bad if Wade hit here. Okay, good. Because he would go to 1 there, not to... It wouldn't kill him. No. When we hit, it's gotta be lethal. Okay, Deke, I'm gonna need you to chip this guy just a little bit, Okay, yeah, you have to actually hit him to chip him. I don't know if you're aware of that, but I'm gonna run out of heals here pretty soon. I've 1 men left after this. That's it. We can share a heal staff with Ellen. Okay, should attack Deke. He seems to really like to attack Deke, yeah. So Deke, I just need you to hit him like once with this armor slayer. Okay. Again, Deke, that is not hitting him. Okay, we don't die. Oh, Deke. It's the most tedious thing. I should probably just let Deke do this, to be honest, but I want Wade to do it. I'm stubborn. This is peak Fire Emblem 6? Yeah, it is. I bet if we keep missing, we're eventually gonna get to the point where Deke, or Wade isn't even gonna be able to kill. We do have C support between Deke and Wade, although it's not helping very much. Okay, beautiful. We love that. And that missed, which is good. We can even let Deke hit him again. Unless Wade just kills right here. Which I believe. I love that the Legance doubles, but also his hit is dog shit. So it's like missing central. This is peak Fire Emblem 6. If you want to know what Fire Emblem 6 combats look like, watch this. Okay, Deke, just hit him one more time, and then Wade will have a bunch of opportunities. Okay, perfect. Now we can go nuts with Wade for a while. It's a shame you don't use you don't lose hits when they miss. Although I guess that would be bad for me, but should be the commercial for the Fire Emblem 6 remake. Do you like terrible hit rates? So we've made them even worse. Come play Fire Emblem 6. Do you want to watch your fighter miss a? Do you want to watch your fighter miss a general over and over again? Who wouldn't? Come play Fire Emblem 6. I wonder if they ever remake this game, how they would if they would adjust the hit rates. Probably quite a bit. Damn. I believe in you, Wade. Oh wait, that's not enough. Oh, that's not enough to. Damn it. I gotta start trading around the heal staff now. Because I'm too weak. No, don't heal Deke. Wait, this is bad. I gotta back up now. Oh man, that was dumb. Yeah, just drop him. I guess I could bring Saul over here. I didn't think it would take this long. Yeah, they'll definitely change the hit rates for sure. I mean, changing the hit rates, like, look no further than in Fire Emblem 7, they like immediately went back and were like, okay, we have to. Fire Emblem 7, Fire Emblem 8 obviously have way better hit rates. So they were immediately like, oh, this was a big mistake. We need to revert the hit rates. I do think in some of the games where hit rates are really good, like in Path of Radiance, Radiant Dawn, for example, the hit rates are maybe a little too good just because it makes, like, axes in particular just the most busted weapon. Maybe some other games too that I'm not thinking of. But in this game they are way too bad, especially the axes. Oh man. I wonder how many misses this is. On the plus side, it is good experience for Claried. Alright, I'm gonna have to bring Deke in here again and and chip him down because he's gonna have too much health in a second here. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do it if he misses here. Come on, Wade. Man, Legance hasn't even hit. Not only are we missing, but Legance hasn't even hit in like quite some time. This is the dodgiest general I've ever seen. Okay, I'm gonna need you to chip him just a little bit. Perfect. Deke's doing a great job. Too bad Lot's gone. Yeah, that's fine. Wade will take up after his fallen comrade and defeat this boss. I believe. Even if we sit here for the next 2 hours and watch as Wade misses over and over and over again. Oh, it's 14. I took, that's funny. You can see how much the support gives. I took Deke out of support range by rescue dropping him. So now it's 14%, not 16%. What is a killer axe? It's actually a lot better, but no, we want to hammer him. Dude, Wade has not gotten hit in like quite some time. I'm gonna speed this up and put this on YouTube. Actually, I kind of want to speed this up and just see what it would look like. Just miss, 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 miss. Oh, somebody finally hit. They broke the stalemate. Okay, well, not our boy, but 1,000 you got stair watchings. What is this? What did I sign up for? My units are trash. All right, wait. This is my last men, so you're gonna have to. I guess Saul has some mends. No, I don't heal. Oh, I healed Deke. Oh no. I gotta stop healing Deke. Even Ellen is level 7. That's how much healing I've done. Okay, we can chip Legance again with Deke. I'm gonna run out of Armor Slayer hits. Oh, Deke also lost 2% hit because he's not in range. Okay, let's heal Wade. Oh, Saul also, dude, I am gonna run out of healing staves by the end of this. Saul is also running out of staves. Oh my goodness. All right, I believe. Okay, good miss. On the plus side, again, we're kind of power leveling Clarine, so not that that's that useful, but it is something. Okay, and then again, I don't mind him attacking Deke because we are gonna have to chip him. In fact, we're gonna have to chip him this turn because he'll heal too much next turn. Healers. Oh, that's my boy right there. You will only be crushed by burn. How can you fight with such conviction? Because we got Wade, baby. Because we got Wade. That's my boy right there. Look at that level up. Look at that level up too. We got speed and resistance. Our skill is still terrible. I was here. Hell yeah. We love Wade, dude. What a homie. Never on schedule, but always on time. That's true. I like that. Man, Clarine just will not get magic. Alright, I think we can finally get... Oh, I can't even. Mr. Bevo, you missed it? Oh, man. Wade obliterated him. You know what was great about that, too, is he had exactly 26 health. So, not a single point missed there. Not a single point unnecessary. That's how much damage we dealt. We finally retaken the castle, Alina. Thank you, Roy. I'm glad that my father didn't have to go to the trouble. Roy, is my father still in Arafat? Oh, she doesn't know. Oh, I heard there was a horrible battle there. But how much longer will he be? Alina, you haven't heard? Heard what? Lord Hector passed on. What? I'm sorry, but by the time we arrived at Castle Arafan, it was already under Byrne's control. It's not your fault. Don't apologize. Lord Hector had been fatally wounded when we arrived. Did she know? Apparently she did not know. If only we had gotten there sooner, we could have helped him. No, I was prepared for this. I'm the daughter of a warrior. I've been taught to steel myself in times such as these. Lena. Everyone kept it from me. They didn't want to hurt me, but I'm strong. I can handle this. Lena, you don't have to hold back. Right, we'll get through this. I'm here for you. Don't worry, Lelina. Did you? Okay, your father's dead, and that sucks. I get that. But did you see what Wade just did? That was pretty dope. Roy vowed to protect Lelina. With Byrne coming full force, however, Roy's army is no equal. Therefore, he decides to try and obtain a legendary weapon. He thinks it best to obtain it before Byrne merges to get their hands on it, or manages to get their hands on it. I can't read. Alina shows them to a cave on the outskirts of Ostia, where a legendary weapon is hidden. The cave, located at the front of a volcano, will be no small obstacle for Roy. Okay, so this chapter is, again, very straightforward. There's no reinforcements or anything. Although the boss of this chapter, Henning, is actually really strong. I'm not sure exactly how I'm going to kill him. But yeah, so we want... Don't need Chad, there's nothing to steal or pilfer. I do want Lilina because we're training her, and I guess that's it, yeah. Yeah, how are we killing the boss? That's the question. I could use Rutger. Rutger's 19. Rutger can probably do it. 19 speed, although the Killing Edge only has 2 hits left. I've actually used most of the Killing Edge. Oh, we have another one, okay. I think Rutger with the Killing Edge can probably do it. How much attack does it have? 9 is 20 attack. How much defense does Henning have? 13 plus 3? Oh my god, I deal very little damage. Well, shit. He has 63 avoid as well. I mean, there's Lance, I guess. The Lance with the 5, I mean, that's gonna deal very little. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. I am going to bring both promotion items. I am a little bit scared of how we're actually going to kill this boss, if I'm being honest. Because our team is a bit lackluster. I guess there is... We could promote Wade. Hold on. There is also this option, although I don't love it. Which is Bo Wade. Okay, let's do that. Maybe... What if we just, like, grind the hell out of Wade on this chapter? Maybe. Okay, how many more heal staves do I have? Oh, I have plenty, yeah. I always buy a shit ton of heal staves. Because I hate running out. Okay, so... Fortunately, there's a lot of sword users on this chapter, but... So wait, you go up there. We don't need... We don't need the hammer or the halberd. I would like a hand axe, yeah. Maybe silver axe. Okay, I think that's all I want to do. All right, I think genuinely my plan for this chapter is to just go nuts with Wade, then promote him, then bow the boss. I don't know how well that's gonna go. We could also use Rutger. If I need to early promote Rutger, I will. It's just a failsafe. I really don't want to do that because I want to use the first Hero's Crest on Wade, but do what you gotta do. Boss, an army's in the cave. What? How many of them are there? Dunno, boss. Not too many, I hope. It's strange, though. The lords of Lycia have bigger fish to fry than bandits like us. Well, what do? I don't expect them to know much about this cave. Just lure them into the lava geysers and get rid of them. Right, this way. The legendary weapon is on the other side of the flaming crevasse. Lena, are you alright? Have you already come to terms with everything? Well, maybe not just yet, but I can't afford to be in sorrow. Ostia needs me to protect it, just as I needed my father before me. Or it needed my father before me. I'm just glad you're alright, Lilina. Only because you're with me, Roy. What? Did you say something? No, nothing. Let me tell you what I know about the weapon. The sword here was used by Roland himself, one of the 8 legends. Roland, the first Marquess of Ostia? Exactly, he's my ancestor. This sword is called Durandal, the Blazing Blade. Durandal, the name has a strange echo to it. So Roland used Durandal to fight the dragons during the Scouring? That's how the legend goes. They also say that after the war ended, Roland returned to his throne, or his home of Ostia. He raised Durandal high above his head, and the earth, scorched by the flames of war, suddenly blossomed life again. Whoa, that sword has quite the story to it. It's a weapon that can defeat dragons, so it must have some exceptional powers. Oh yes, I've heard that a group of bandits has made their base here. Will the sword be alright? Might the bandits have taken Durandal? Oh no, don't worry yourself about it. Only descendants of Roland know how to remove Durandal from its sheath. That's reassuring. All that's left then is to rid this cave of the bandits and take Durandal. Hell yeah. They just hit rates. I'll destroy Roy myself. This game is perfect, damn it. These guys are pretty scary. How much defense does Wade have right now? 6. He should be fine. He's got so much HP. He's a bulky boy after all. And then you guys probably Lance. My best bet over here. I don't know if I'm fast enough to double these guys. Actually, these guys look pretty weak. It's funny how messed up Fire Emblem 6 is. Like, this mercenary is a lot weaker than the mercenaries we were fighting at like the very beginning of the game. Fire Emblem 6 is a weird game. It's a weird game filled with weird things. Let's just make sure you can't get attacked. Yeah, be careful with that, because you definitely can't fight a mercenary. It's a good way to die. Okay, should be good. In support range, then we should be good. I guess technically if like all 3 attacks had hit Wade, he actually could have died here, but... Yeah, it's just my HP gain is so bad. I really want to get him to 20, but we may have to promote him before attacking the boss. Only left one note behind to the Fire Emblem 6 devs. All it said was make them pay. All it said was fuck the player. It's very true. Fire Emblem 6 is like... It's really interesting because it's a GBA game and it's way more like straightforward and easier to understand and play and stuff than like the Kaga games, obviously, specifically Thracia, which is a nightmare. But there's still like just that little dash of Kaga. There's like a ton of like high magic status stabs all over the game. There's some chapters that are just absolute nightmares. It's an interesting one for sure. Okay, let's see if we kill there. I don't think that guy moves. A lot of the units on this chapter just don't move. I love the fact that Wade is like consistently doubling. Truly a Wade moment of all time. True. We've been wading all up and down these parts. Well, Wade killed the last boss, and kind of thinking he might have to kill this boss. But we'll see. Fire Emblem is my favorite. It is something. It is certainly something. I do like it, although it does kind of take over those games in a way, but it definitely makes it a little bit more interesting. The way that you evaluate characters in Thracia is definitely a lot more interesting than I would say these GBA games. Like, it's a lot easier, I think, in that game in particular to balance characters because there's so much else going on. In regards to like skills and stabs and stuff like that. Basically the reverse version of that one Thracia meme. That's true. That's true. That is true. Sakai is a nightmare. Sakai is a nightmare that you want to wake up from. Specifically, I don't even mind Sakai that much, to be honest. Sakai is a nightmare, don't get me wrong. But I don't mind basically any of Sakai. The only thing that I can't stand in Sakai is that goddamn Gaiden chapter. It is so long. It is so boring. I hate that thing. Also, the final chapter of Sakai is kind of a mess, but... So I like Engage. I really liked Engage as well. I thought Engage was a lot of fun. I never finished Engage, but I did really like Engage. 2 million nomads inside. And it's awful. And all of your hit rates are like 50% at max. Yeah, it has been a long time, Azrael. This is... Oh, yeah, I actually just changed the way that the stream looks, if that's what you're talking about. But yeah, it has been a bit. It's true. But we're currently doing... What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to Iron Man all the games in sequential order. And so that's why we're doing Fire Emblem 6. Because we've done the first 5. So this is the 6, and then we'll do 7 and 8 and so on and so forth, so... And that's why I can't really explain why I'm using Wade. That I don't have an explanation for, but why I'm playing the game, that's why. The rest is torture. Yeah, the rest is pretty bad. Those Sakai chapters, man, like I said, I don't mind them so much. Like you said, the first chapter, not bad at all, to be honest. If anything, the first chapter is actually kind of pretending to be a real Fire Emblem chapter, which is really odd considering Sakai. Okay, this is really sketchy because this guy's a halberd. Can I survive a halberd hit? I can, but only if I heal. I do have an elixir, and you have a vulnerary. Okay. I'm gonna take your vulnerary. You can take my elixir. Is the pre-Fire Emblem 1 stream? Yeah, well that makes sense because I took a break and was just doing the YouTube stuff, so I get it though. We all have our lives and stuff. But yeah, it has been a bit. But yeah, the one chapter where the like boss, there's a bunch of like houses around the boss, and when you get within the like circle of, well, I guess it's like yurts or huts or whatever, but when you get within the circle, they just start like randomly spawning enemies around the boss. That chapter's a little messy. And then there's the one with Gel, which other than Gel, who's kind of crazy, that chapter's not too bad. It's pretty straightforward, to be honest. As long as you have a plan for killing Gel, which is a question mark, that one's not too bad. And then of course there's the Gaiden chapter. The final chapter too, the one before the Gaiden chapter, that chapter's messy. That one's not great. The fact that there are two really strong bolting sages immediately in your face that can very easily like kill Roy is a weird choice. Fucking we ball on Gel. I mean, Gel, like I said, this is not a very good strat because I would not recommend training Lilina, but Lilina with Roy support, you can do it with Lou pretty easily too. Like Lou can kill Gel pretty easily, even with no support, but that's the thing about Gel. As long as you have a good like anima magic user, he's actually not too bad because you get weapon triangle. If you don't have that, well, good luck. Good luck. He's deal with random spawns of swordmasters. Oh, on the Gel chapter. Yeah, aren't they Myrmidons? Are they swordmasters? I don't remember. But yeah, that's really annoying too. But I think you can eventually get to the point where like those spawns stop spawning. That's what I really hate about that one chapter is like they'll just keep spawning around the boss over and over again. Sword Reaver Bartree. That is I've never tried that strat. It doesn't seem like it would work that effectively, but you can certainly try it. Can't crit range unless you have pressure on him. The safest bet is to break his sword range. Yeah, exactly. That's what I mean. I agree with that. As crazy as Gel is, and he is a pretty ridiculous boss, as long as you have somebody, because anima magic gives you weapon triangle, has really good hits, so the whole like avoid thing isn't actually as brutal as it may appear. And then like you said, there's no crit, and he deals like basically no damage with the light brand because it only has like 10 attack or something. So as freaky as Gel is, as long as you have either Lilina or Lou, he's actually pretty easy to deal with, to be honest. Or I guess a really strong archer would work, but you know, because Rucker crit, I know, not even the killing edge, just crits. It's every once in a while, because he's a beast. You know, that guy said that the enemy should lure us onto these lava tiles, but they seem to be getting hit by a lot more than I am. Really see the whip hook, and Garrett can cry out the Sword Reaver. Oh yeah, actually that could work really well. Carlisle also only has the wind sword. I guess it's about the same weapon, but yeah, Carlisle's a bit easier to fight than the Gel for sure. But yeah, you can take the same approach. This game really does not have any problem with One of the things that always scares me about this game is that there's a lot of berserker bosses. I mean, hell, there's a brigand boss with a killing axe or killer axe at the very beginning, and it always kind of scares me because there's just crit everywhere, and I do not trust crit. All right, ladies, Dorothy or Lilina, who wants this kill? I probably need to give Lilina a little bit of love early on to give her. At least she should get some magic. Yep. All right. Well, she, like I said, she gets magic. I was kind of hoping that wouldn't be the only stat we got, but you know, she does have a good magic growth. We did Ephraim route. I always kind of hated Ephraim route just because of Ghost Ship. I feel like Ghost Ship is low-key like the hardest chapter in Sacred Stones. I hate that chapter. It always messes me up. Okay, a lot of these guys. Yeah, I guess we'll keep letting Wade do his thing. Maybe Lance and Alan can catch up. I may need them. I also brought the Knight's Crest, so we could promote Lance if we want to fight the boss with Lance, which is another possibility. Made me hyper aware of the 1% crit. Yeah, it definitely, that is one of the things that these games like really change in you. Or even like, oh, the enemy has like a 20% chance to kill me, whatever, you know. When you're playing an Iron Man, that whatever can very much matter. Ravens. Oh yeah, Raven. Yeah, Raven is Raven's luck is questionable at best. The Vigard chapter is pretty annoying too. That's true. He just seems to have all the like most annoying chapters, to be honest. The Ephraim route. He's at a point now where Lena can get 90+ magic. Holy shit. That's why I love training Lilina so much, to be honest. Like, yes, she sucks, but God, I love you. There's really no other like nuke mage or like glass cannon mage to this degree in the GBA games. I guess like Loot kind of, but she's pretty unique in what she does. Oh, Two Souls feeling fat that day. That's true. The reason I hate that chapter so much is mostly because all the like flying crap that's around there. But dealing with the like the actual units on the boat isn't too bad. Usually you have somebody strong enough to do it. For sure, Nemranak and Vigard. Yeah, that's true. That is true, and that's what always surprised me, because on Erica's route, there really is no... If you do Erica's route, there's really no status stabs, or not very many status stabs, in like all of Sacred Stones. And then if you do Ephraim's route, that Vigard chapter just like bombards you with status stabs. Which if you've played like... Oh, that's a sick crit. If you've played like this game, for example, you're going to be used to dealing with that, but... Yeah, for as easy as most of Sacred Stones is, or as low-key as it is, I would agree with you. I still think I would give it to the Ghost Ship chapter, just because the inability to see stuff really, to me, makes it very difficult, but I agree with you. It really surprised me when I did the Vigard chapter for the first time on hard mode. It was like, oh my god. There's actual just berserks going around here, and sleep stabs and stuff. And like, weirdly, the enemies in that chapter I feel like aren't that weak. Like, I don't know. I would agree. Oh, a little support. Oh, you there. Or there you are. Oh, hello, Dorothy. Where were you, Brother Saul? You always wander off without saying anything. It's not wandering off, Dorothy. I was diligently spreading word of our church at the villages on the way here. We're like way out in the country, Saul. What are you talking about? Somehow I don't think you were doing your job. Don't be ridiculous. I found a young maiden being harassed by a very rude man. You mean yourself? Please, Dorothy, have some faith in me. Anyway, I drove the man off and rescued the maiden. I acted exactly as a holy man ought to. Really? You're not exactly very strong. How did you do that? I went to the man and clung to him, crying. I thought we loved each other. Why do you reject me? The man fled with great haste. The maiden, however, was also gone by the time I looked back. What the? Why would you tell that story, Saul? What did you have to gain by telling that story, you weirdo? What a weirdo. But yeah, to be completely honest, as much as people talk about how easy Sacred Stones is, and like I would agree that it is, the late game of Sacred Stones can actually kind of beat you down. Like the Gorgon chapter I think is genuinely like pretty tough, especially if you kind of lose tempo on the chapter and too many of the eggs are hatching. I think the one of the last chapters, the like defend chapter, if you don't go kill what's his name? Reeve, if you don't go kill Reeve immediately and end the chapter, I think that chapter can actually get pretty out of hand on its own. I don't think Deke has gotten a single point of speed in all of his level ups. So yeah, I think the reason Sacred Stones is so easy is because the early game is really easy, and usually that's where the difficult stuff lies in the games, but late game Sacred Stones I definitely think can beat you down. Very nasty run of the defend chapter during my playthrough. Yeah, I did too. That's why my strategy on that defend chapter is like kill Reeve, immediately kill Reeve, because if you let stuff compound on that chapter, those units are not weak, and there's a ton of 2-range units, so it's really difficult to even like block up choke points without dying. Your siege was more sus for me than that my, like I said, my strat for that chapter is just go kill Reeve immediately. Like I don't even try to defend. Somebody respond that I had to longbow him down. Yeah, it is a bit tedious to kind of get to Reeve, but yeah. No, I think that chapter is pretty tough, and like I said, the Gorgon chapter. Do we already? Oh wait, he had support with somebody. I thought it was Lilina. Oh, Roy and Alan. Oh, okay. For some reason, all these supports are popping up. And then wait, who? Oh, Rucker and Clarion. I like Rucker and Clarion supports. I'm gonna wait because I don't want her to get hand axed, but I always think they're funny. So I played it for the first time. Yeah, I know you're talking about the that chapter not too long ago, but yeah, I'm telling you that chapter is actually fine since most of my squad is mounted. That yeah, the Gorgon chapter I think it really depends on your team, and again, like that chapter is very much like a tempo chapter, if that makes sense. Like if you can stay on top of the eggs and you can kill like the shadow shot Gorgon, the shadow shot Gorgon enemies hit really hard. If you can like kill them quickly and then like get on top of the eggs, it's not that bad. But if you fall behind, it can be rough for sure. Chess menu. Oh, you never seen the? So if you go to when the fire stops, I can show you. So if you just go to unit, and then so if you go to unit, you see this, or you see this. And then you go over and you can see like stats, and then I basically never look at this stuff, but this I believe is the only way to see like what supports are available unless you go unit by unit. But yeah, if you just go all the way over to the right on the unit tile, you can see supports. I don't really tend to do much with supports, so I don't go to it a lot, but yeah, it's pretty valuable. I think it's the only place to see supports unless you put units next to each other. Literally no idea. Well, I'm glad I could help out. Maybe that'll be helpful for you. I'll probably one-shot this guy if I use. Yeah, maybe we'll hit. Maybe we'll crit. Who knows? I could just get Wade to level 18. I think that's the next level, and then promote him. I really just don't want to early promote him, but well, again, we will see what this boss looks like. I may very well have to early promote. I think this guy is a killing edge. No, this guy is a killing edge, but I'm pretty sure he doesn't move. There's a lot of characters in this chapter that just don't move. to the OST recently. I'm surprised that Odin is such a joke. Oh, is her boss music really cool? Yeah, that's a bummer. Yeah, the Idun final boss is really interesting. I feel like that's one of the only times that Fire Emblem's ever done that. Yeah, this is kind of peculiar the way that they do the final boss. With a bunch of organs. I've been listening to I think it's the recruit theme for Path of Radiance. I've been listening to that a ton, but I like to listen to like just Fire Emblem music mixes that people make, but because I never like stop and figure out what anything's from, I never really know what I'm listening to, but I do enjoy them. Like baby Fire Emblem 3 Medius, yeah, basically. I mean that whole like final little part to that chapter is just basically a cutscene. I feel like that's the price that you pay as a like developer anytime you insert something where the main lord has to be the one to kill the boss, because you have to make it sort of easy enough to do it. I guess that's not necessarily true for like Radiant Dawn, but they also make like really strong in Radiant Dawn, so. Roar of Dominion. Three Houses has some really good music. Yeah, I like a lot of that stuff. I think my favorite OST is like Path of Radiance, Radiant Dawn. I think that there's some really good stuff in there. But there's a lot of really good stuff. Okay, we need to not die to a crit. You don't die to, okay, well yep. Oh, we actually crit too. Okay, well we don't die to the crit, it's okay. Enough. It's what's Fire Emblem 11? That's what, 9, 10. Wait, Fire Emblem 11. Is it Fire Emblem 11 Shadow Dragon? Does Shadow Dragon have a thing like that? I don't really remember. Or is 11? I don't know. But yeah, you definitely want to make as a developer, I'm sure they definitely wanted to make that chapter not so bad, because most people would not train Roy anywhere near enough to be able to fight like an actual enemy. Although to be honest, like I think they actually could have made it a little bit more difficult, just because yes, Roy sucks and most people's Roy will suck, but they made the binding blade so strong that like you don't need to train Roy at all, to be honest, to be able to do it. So because you can't kill, that's not ideal. I actually probably should have killed this guy before I did anything else, because I can't really attack this guy at one range again. Dude, this Dorothy, hold on, all right, alert, our Dorothy sucks. I need to go complain. Let's look at Dorothy's average stats. All right, level 10 Dorothy. We are 1 HP screwed. We're 1.5 strength screwed. We're 2 speed screwed. We are blessed by 2 defense. So, okay, so it's actually not that bad. We've basically just put our points from speed to defense, which for an archer is not a good thing, but it's something. Dorothy's using her instead of Sue. So I've actually used Sue a lot. In fact, Sue's kind of a meme, because I really like Sue. And yes, I agree with you. I wish that I was using Sue right now. This would be going a lot better if I were training Sue and not stupid Dorothy. Bulky Dorothy. You know what's really funny is that Dorothy has a 15% defense growth, and this Dorothy's already gotten 3 defense, which like isn't even useful. Like that's not useful on an archer. Like what are we doing? My favorite Fire Emblem 6 character. I feel like a lot of people share that. We had a guy. There's a guy named Tegan who used to show up a decent amount and watch the streams and stuff, and he was really into Sue as well. Wheelie likes to say Sugoi every time we use her. I really like Sue too. Sue's definitely one of the favorites here on the channel. We actually got magic. That's nice. The defense sniper for real. She's gonna be busted. You just wait. I've been playing this hack where they have one range bows along with like 1-2 range, obviously. So if that hack was this, it would actually be pretty useful. Because then you could actually use her bulk a little bit. 0.3% chance of getting 3 defense growths. Yeah, it's unfortunate. And for Fire Emblem 7, you can't wait to see your girl. I would like to use Florina. I think that'll be fun. You know, I was actually thinking we might do Lin mode. I actually haven't talked about this on stream, but one of the individuals that watched a lot of the YouTube videos was talking about potentially trying to get all of the Kashuna chapters for Fire Emblem 7 as like a challenge, because we played that game so many times. And in order to do that, apparently you need to get nils to a certain level in Lin mode in order to set that up. So we may do Lin mode when we get there. And I only say this because we could potentially make Florina a little bit stronger in Lin mode, because usually she comes and she's pretty weak. That might be beneficial to her. Although I don't really want to make Lin mode too, like, I don't really want to break the game too much. Oh, we certainly do meet a lot. You again. You will address me as Lady Clarine. I want to tell you something. Yes. It's about your appearance. What? You actually do have quite an attractive face. Of course, it's no comparison to my beloved brother Clane's. But for a commoner, you aren't entirely hideous. I can use my Etrurian aesthetic sense to make you into a truly handsome noble. Oh wait, where did he go? I was not finished speaking with him. I should have known he was nothing but a tramp. He was nothing but a tramp. I love Clarion. You have to get to level 10 in Lin mode? Okay. So I was thinking we'd do Lin mode because I kind of wanted to try that. Now, getting all the Kashuna chapters is like pretty... Because obviously you have to kill Kashuna on that first chapter. Alan just got hit by a 16% and then crit this fool. That was a weird combat. All the Kashuna stuff. Yeah, it's not something like I'm not gonna make it like the make or break for the playthrough, but because we played Fire Emblem 7 so many times, I think it might be and I always skip the Kashuna chapters, even the ones I get to go to. I think it might be kind of a fun thing. Kashuna chapters, yeah. It might not go so well, but it's just that first Kashuna chapter, like killing Kashuna on Hector hard mode, I just think is like so difficult to do. I don't really know how we're gonna do that. And I might not even do it, to be fair. I might just say, screw it, we'll just play it normally, but... When it goes so well, I won't. But what if? But what if? I figure at the very least we can just set it up and then try it, and if we're not able to kill Kashuna the first time, then we can just do the run normally. Also, I hate Lin mode. I've talked about this quite a bit. I really don't like Lin mode, but this series is kind of supposed to be like us playing through all the games, and so it might be kind of fun to like have at least one playthrough of Lin mode on the channel, you know? It look like because the Western you could fucking clear it. It's something. That was, you know what's funny? So I used to do this series on YouTube where for this game actually, where I did a chapter guide where I went like chapter by chapter and basically just like did a little guide on how I like to approach the chapter and characters and stuff. And I had a lot of fun doing it. And I was like, okay, I finished that. Now let's do Fire Emblem 7. And I was gonna start, and then I was like, fuck, I'm gonna have to like learn the Kashuna chapters. And then I just never did it. So actually the reason I never went on from that series and like did more episodes is because I was just too lazy to like learn the Kashuna chapters. We have a 13% chance of dealing 13 damage. So here's the thing. If Wade crits, he'll one-shot. Oh, now I was about to say there's no way we're gonna do this, but now I want to do this. God, we'd have to hit a 13% and get a 31% crit. All right, I'm gonna give him one chance to do this. How did you find yourself in here? I'm afraid I can't let you go. That would have gone so hard though. Oh my goodness. That would have been so sick. All right, Wrecker. I'm afraid you are gonna have to carry the load here. Okay, good crit. Yeah, I'm not gonna do what we did with. I'm not gonna like grind out the. As fun as that would be, I think Wade just takes too much damage to grind that out. We'll just let Rucker do it. Wow, we're actually getting really lucky here with the crits. Sometimes you really like struggle to proc a crit and Henning becomes really annoying to kill, but man, I keep talking about how I'm not using Rucker, but he keeps getting these good level ups. Wade throwing, Wade is throwing. Look, we all need to know our limits, and unfortunately for Wade, his limit is here. Okay, so I'm okay if Rucker kills. If he doesn't, all right, well, we got really lucky with crits. You know how I was talking about how I don't know how we're gonna kill Henning? Apparently Rucker did know how we were gonna kill Henning. Ah, blast, I knew this would happen. God damn, that was, yeah, I don't know if I've ever had that clean of a Henning fight without promoting Rucker first. Oh, that's right, Roy and Allen, I should do that support. Is something wrong, Lord Roy? Lord Roy? Oh, Alan. Sorry, I was lost in my thoughts. You seem to be thinking a lot these days, Lord Roy. You seem to be thinking a lot there, Roy. Maybe so. What are you worried about? I was just thinking about how to move our troops. How to move our troops? The enemy grows stronger all the time, so strategies quickly become obsolete. I was wondering how to effectively break through their defensive lines. That's easy, Lord Roy. Just allow me to charge in. I will shatter their shields and pierce their armor. Thanks for the offer, but I don't want to put you in danger. There must be another way. I'll think of it sometime. So actually, I think Roy now has. Oh, man, I just threw. I forgot that I gave him C with Walt, which means we now can't get to A with Alina because I have too many supports. Ah, that was really dumb. I thought he had the Marcus support and the Allen support, but not the Walt support as well. Well, I kind of threw that. Oh well, it's fine. If we ever get to chapter 19XX, if we ever get to chapter 19XX, I would be pretty surprised. I do want to try it, but it's gonna be tough. If you tried not thinking. Wait, if Walt dies, does the support go away? Wait, no, actually, low key, we should kill Walt. Right, here it is. So this is Durandal. It's enormous. I don't think many of us will be able to swing it. History has it that Roland was a small man. Any fighter skilled enough should be able to wield the sword. Then if I become better with the sword, could I use it too? Well, I don't know about that. No, you're pretty shit, Roy. Oh, come now. Have some confidence in me at least. Yo, I actually want to sacrifice Walt now. Can unfortunately confirm. Can unfortunately confirm. Yeah, we gotta kill Walt. Lord Roy, Bird's Wyvern Riders are in front of Castle Ostia. What? They're already here. Uh-oh. Walt's a cockblock confirmed. That's true. Roy cannot marry Lilina because he's just slightly in love with Walt. You must be Roy. I thank you for ridding me of that cretin Legant. Now leave Ostia to me and we can all go home with our limbs attached. Never! I'll never hand Ostia over to the likes of you. Oh! You think you can beat us with that sad little group of yours? I will cut you open just like I did Hector. That's enough. Hey, Cecilia. General Narshan, a legion has arrived from Retruria. I can see that, you fool, but why? Oh, Percival's here too. I'm Percival, Knight General of Retruria. Major General Cecilia informed me that the Lucian army had requested Etruria's aid. What? We are prepared for battle. Can those Wyvern Riders of yours stand against our might? I mean, honestly, I guess there's a lot of mages here, but those wyverns are probably pretty strong. I'm Cecilia, Mage General of Etruria. Ostia is now under my protection. General Narshan, please control your temper. General Percival is one of the most skilled knights in Etruria. Combined with General Cecilia, we haven't a chance. I know that, we're leaving. Cecilia, was it? We'll see who has the last laugh. Yeah, Cecilia's gonna get massacred by Zephiel later on. Between wait and the pause, that's true. Someone's as strong as the fully equipped one. Oh, oh my god, I can't remember her name. Whatever her name is. I know you're talking about. Narsha's scared of Cecilia as the Delphi shield. True. Is he stupid or something? Why does he simply not eat the generals? I would be scared of Percival. I'll give him this. I would be scared of Percival. Hardma bonus Percival, nothing to fuck with. Are you General Roy of the Lycian army? Yes, I am. I am the Lycian army. I lead the Lycian. I am the Lycian army in Lord Hector's place. It's a pleasure. You have my sympathy for the current turmoil in Lycia. Our king also sends his condolences for Lord Hector. Thank you. If you hadn't helped us, Ostia would be under Burn's control now. You have no reason to thank me. I simply followed my king's orders. You should thank Cecilia. She defied the king until he agreed to help. She opposed the king? Yes, she put her neck on the line. Well, I must be off. Etruria calls. As one of the 3 generals of Etruria, it requires my presence. Cecilia, will you take care of the loose ends? Yes, thank you, Percival. And then she just shoots Roy in the head. Thank you, Percival. Leave the rest to me. Wow, General Percival. Just his presence was intimidating. Nervous, were you? General Cecilia, it is good to see you again. How are you, Roy? You look a little tired. Oh, jeez. For some reason, my nose always gets stuffed up when I start reading these. I'm fine, thanks to you. It could have been a calamity. I'm glad we made it in time. I'm sorry I put you through so much trouble. Don't be. It will benefit Etruria for Ostia to go under our protection. Benefit Etruria? How? Burn's been increasingly aggressive, as you know. If Burn gains any further strength, the balance of power will be shattered. Still, we haven't been attacked, so we couldn't simply declare war. So when we requested aid, it was justification to declare war on Burn? Precisely. We only did that, we only did what is best for our land. You didn't feel that you're in our debt. If you insist, regardless, please come in and meet the rest of the army. Meet Wade and Dorothy, and he's grown so much in the short time since I met him last. He's maturing into a man. Or he's a one-man army. He is. He is. Alright, well, this is where I'm going to end the stream for today. No new deaths. Although, we sort of have a new death because we've decided on... we've decided that we're going to murder a character. But we haven't killed Walt yet, so I won't add him to the death counter. But yeah, not a bad stream. So as always, thanks everybody for watching. I will be back, what is it, Wednesday today? So probably tomorrow, if not the day after that. Same time, 4 o'clock. I know we have some old faces, some new faces here. So yeah, I want to thank everybody for watching. Honestly, it was a really fun stream. It's always fun talking to you guys. And I will see you next time. So everybody enjoy the rest of your nights. Thanks for watching.